John V. Church, a dangerous and difficult man. John V. Church had a long history of convictions when he was found guilty of murder in Melbourne in November 1875. Many saw him as a victim of the penal system. V. Church, a shoemaker by trade, was convicted of theft in England and transported to Tasmania for 7 years. After serving his sentence, he made his way to Victoria and spent most of the rest of his life in prison. In 1862, V. Church was arrested for robbery and sent to Pentridge for 3 years. He was a dangerous and difficult prisoner, and his sentence was extended because of his violence, bad behavior, and self-mutilation. He was deprived of writing materials and confined to a cage for the safety of other prisoners. In 1872, Will Church was sentenced to death for wounding Mr. G. Duncan, Inspector General of Penal Establishments. This sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment. The first 3 years to be served in irons. On 7th October 1875, V. Church stabbed Matrick Moran, a warder, with the sharpened end of his cell wash basin handle. He conducted his own defense and called the well-known bushranger, Captain Moonlight, to testify to the appalling conditions at Pentridge. V. Church, aged 46, was hanged on 6 December 1875. Despite appeals for clemency, a gathering of 2,000 people in Royal Park protested against his execution. The Will of Pentridge, prison by John Baptist Charrier, 1861. Oh, this is a very dangerous guy, huh? This is a photograph of letter John V. Church wrote to his parents while in prison at the Melbourne Gaol in December 1874. Letters from prisoners were controlled by jail authorities. Letters were written under the following conditions. Number 1. Prisoners may write a letter on arrival to their friends and on the other every 3 months. 2. They must confine themselves strictly to their own domestic or private matters and are not permitted to comment on the discipline or arrangements of the establishment or on public or political affairs. Number 3, they are not to write close than the rule lies, nor across. Number 4, any matter which may appear objectionable will be expunged, or the letter may be withheld, as provided by the regulations. John V. Church, Capital Case File, VPRS 264 PO Unit 8, 74/7083. Public Records of Office of Victoria. His handwriting is nice. Melbourne Jail, 18 December 1874. Dear Father and Mother, I now embrace the first opportunity of writing to you to inform you of what had occurred and the happy results of what is likely to result very soon. I received your last letter with £10, making in all £35 that you have sent me. After receiving the very unfavorable answer that I did receive to your petition, I have been very much grieved and cut up on your account, fearing that I might never have an opportunity of seeing you again, and therefore I set myself to work seeking some means of claiming my liberty by points of law that I know of with respect to my own case. And as I could not attain that object by fair and reasonable means, I once more stake my life against any liberty by resorting to violence to attain that end, which I am happy to say has all but made me a free man. You will remember when I assaulted the Inspector General, for which I was nearly being hanged. that I did so because I was not in legal custody at the time and could not seek legal recourse by any other means. I think that's enough. If I read all this, that's going to be disaster. He signed here. All right, for some example, he's a dangerous and difficult man, I believe now.